chief who sustained head injuries as it attempted to separate two warring political camps in Ugunja, and today arraigned before a Siaya court charged with assault and causing bodily harm.
Uholo East Location Chief Wilfred Anyiko Otieno was charged alongside Joseph Olunga and George Damar for allegedly causing physical harm on 11th July this year at Sigomere Trading Center, causing bodily harm to one Kevin Omondi.
This matter.
During the plea taking, efforts by the prosecution to oppose the transfer of the case to Ukwala Court hit a snag after Magistrate Simiyu ruled that Siaya Court had no jurisdiction to handle issues emanating from Ugenya and Ugunja sub-counties. She, however, gave the prosecution 14 days to do so and ordered that Chief Anyiko and his co-accused be released on 30,000 shillings bond and a surety of similar amount or an alternative of cash bail of 20,000 shillings each.
That this court does not have jurisdiction to hear and determine a matter arising out of Ugenya sub-county in where there is a competent court called Ukwala Court that is competent to hear and determine this matter, and so that the accused person are not unfairly prejudiced because they are in police custody and today is Friday. Therefore make the following orders respecting their bond because they are only suspects in our offense, they have not been convicted. That each of them be released on a bond of Kenya shillings 30,000 we want to warrant in a similar amount for Kenya shillings 20,000 cash bail to be deposited here in Siaya Court and to be dealt after the judge has decided on this issue.
Meanwhile, the residents and a section of leaders in Sigomere have termed the chief's arrest and subsequent arraignment in Siaya Court as harassment of the administrator for standing firm against election violence in his area of jurisdiction.
This chief that is now being arraigned in court has refused that he will not allow political campaigns to happen in his area past the time that has been stipulated under the Election Laws Act. Now this chief is now being arraigned in court. We are demanding.
Led by Sigomere Ward member of the County Assembly Engineer Eric Odawa and human rights activists Frederick Odhiambo Ojiro, the residents accused senior police officers and national administration officials in Ugunja of being compromised by a senior politician in the area to frustrate junior administrators who do not want to dance to his whims.
What I can say briefly is that today we have witnessed a situation whereby the police are being used to victimize a chief for doing his duty. As we all know, we've been having skirmishes in Sigomere, which have been propagated by one candidate. When the chief went there to contain the situation, unfortunately the chief was hacked. He went to the health center, he got himself some medical attention, he was staged. Apart from that, there were two other people who were hacked. Thereafter, he contained the situation and took the perpetrators to the police station.
Odawa called for the immediate transfer of the police officers based at Sigomere police station, adding that they could not be trusted to maintain law and order, having already taken sides in the local politics. Further lamenting that people perceived to be opposed to the political powers in Ugunja constituency are not getting service at the Sigomere police station.
We want the police to be impartial, and if anything, we would request that the police officers of Sigomere Ward be transferred, because they were there when the skirmishes were there. They did nothing. The chief came and single-handedly contained the situation. Now again the chief is being victimized for doing what he did. So we are seeing a lot of malice in this, and we were begging for fairness. It's wrong, very wrong, to hold someone for doing what he's paid to do.
Ojiro called on the government and the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to urgently institute independent inquiry into the matter and take action against partisan law enforcement officers, lest violence spreads to other parts of the constituency.
We are also demanding that IBC must take decisive action against political parties, against politicians who want to bend the law for their own selfish gain. And we are also requesting to the people of Ugunja, let us maintain peace, let us operate within the rule of law.
Last week, Chief Anyiko escaped death by a whisker when he tried to talk rival clans to stop violence, only for assailants to turn on him and cut his head with a machete.